Hello and welcome to Bottom Line. There is a limit to patience. There is a limit when it comes to taking what's wrong. This is the message that people of Arunachal's Tirap, Changlang and Longding districts or TCL region gave out today as they took to the streets in thousands to register their protest against rampant illegal taxation and abduction by underground groups, especially the NSCN KYA. Frustrated with the frequent illegal taxation and abduction committed by the NSCN KYA in the Tirap, Changlang, Longding belt, a mammoth gathering of over 5,000 people comprising of the residents of the area took part in this protest rally and also submitted a memorandum to DC Longding. Their demand: security of residents and crackdown on insurgents. So what is the solution to this continued menace in TCL area? For how long will the people of the area be forced to bear the atrocities? What are the options in front of the state government and the centre to tackle the situation? Well, to discuss this issue, I'm being joined by Arunachal MP Tapir Gao. Also joining me from Longding are Sompa Wangsa, Chairman Wancho Council, and Advocate Somnai Wangpan, General Secretary, Wancho Council. I'm also being joined from Itanagar by APSU leader Tobam Dai. First of all, I would like to go to Mr. Tapir Gao. Mr. Tapir Gao, welcome to Northeast Live. Thank you so much for your time. Sir, a massive protest was held today in Longding and other TCL areas, and people are now fed up of the frequent taxation and abductions by UG groups, especially underground groups, especially the NSCN KYA. A serious situation there in the TCL districts, isn't it?
See, in Arunachal Pradesh, Tirap, Changlang, Longding, these three districts have got major disturbance from the UGs. So there are there is no only one single UGs. There are many UGs and a lot of the common peoples are also being taxes are imposed. So it is the right time and it is not too late. Public of Tirap, Changlang, Longding are agitating and protesting against the UGs because on the other hand, they are saying we are having a ceasefire. On the other hand, they are doing a lot of use to the common people, not to contractors. Those who given 100 rupee a year, they are being tortured and they are being imposing a lot of extortions. So I really congratulate and I'm with the publics that they are doing such protest against the underground activities, extortions in these three districts. So our government should also take major initiative to prevent from such extortions and harassment and kidnappings. It's a regular phenomenon. It is the right time the voice are being raised by our publics and the innocent people in this district.
Definitely, it is the right time, Mr. Tapir Gao. But you know, the public is forced to come out to the streets. Yes, the security forces are carrying out operations, the police are carrying out operations, but despite that, the public, the people of the area are not feeling safe. So where does the government come in here? Where does the administration come in here? The government needs to do something extra, probably deploy more forces, clearly, because people are not safe, and that's why the desperation can be seen on their faces, Mr. Tapir Gao.
See, it is on the pipeline. Our Honorable Chief Minister has discussed with the Government of India, and recently our Honorable Union Home Minister Amit Ji has visited that Tirap and Namsai. So matter has been brought to the notice of the Union government. So remedies are going to be imposed in this area So government is taking up, especially our chief minister is taking up this issue very rigorously, as the publics are facing huge problems. So it will be resolved, and government of Arunachal and the government of India will take up this issue. It is not too late to start a good beginning. So it has been brought to the notice of government of India.
I would like to go to Mr. Sompa Wangsa, Chairman Wancho Council. Sompa Wangsa is joining me from Longding. Mr. Sompa Wangsa, the Wancho Council today organized this massive protest. I'll go to the chairman, Sompa Wangsa, first. This massive protest was organized in Longding today. How is the situation in the district?
Yes. Today, Wancho Council have conducted the rally. Entire Tirap and Changlang district, due to frequently kidnapping of the GBs, PRI leaders and prominent leaders from the Wancho area since 2 or 3 months, and we have and they have taken away to Burma, and they demand a huge amount. Therefore, today we conduct the rally to send a message through the media to NSCN KYA to not to kidnapping and not to take a huge amount ransom money from the poor people of the Longding district.
Absolutely. If I can go to Advocate Somnai Wangpan, General Secretary, Wancho Council. Mr. Wangpan, a big, massive rally organized today. Of course, we do know that the people of the district are fed up of the situation. Do you think, you have been very vocal in the rally today, as we saw. Do you think this will have an impact? And tell us a little bit about the situation in the district.
You see, today Wancho Council in collaboration with Tirap Changlang Longding People's Forum has conducted the rally in protest against frequent kidnapping of our civilians, that is the Wancho civilians. Mostly the prominent members, say Gangburas, Panchayat members, and many more prominent leaders. So, the Wancho Council has decided to send a message, the voice of the Wanchos, to the NSCN KYA, so that those persons who are in their captive should be released immediately, and this such type of kidnapping session should not be done. As of now, the situation is normal. Regarding the protest rally, in connection of the protest rally, but we cannot say that there should not be any problems in future, but the people are not happy with the activities, so we have decided to go for another activities if they happen to continue this such type of activities.
So Mr. Somnai Wangpan, what are your main demands? What were your main demands? You did submit a memorandum to the Deputy Commissioner today. What are your main demands?
Our demand, the Wancho society is very much unhappy about this kidnapping, so they should not go for kidnapping and demanding the ransom by kidnapping the people.
Can you add to it, Mr. Sompa Wangsa, Chairman Wancho Council, Sompa Wangsa, again on the demand part, what did you convey to the DC?
we demand not to kidnapping the peoples and not to take the ransom money. And we demand.
Okay, we are facing some audio problems there. We are facing some issue. They will try to fix that. Do we have Tobam Dai connected with us? Okay, Tobam Dai, APSU leader, welcome to the show. Massive protest there in the TCL region today, especially in Longding. We had almost 5,000 people gathering. Clearly, people are fed up of the situation, isn't it, Tobam Dai?
Yeah, exactly. The situation has gone to worse situation now. That's why after so many years, such a massive protest is being witnessed in the TLC region of Arunachal, in the eastern Arunachal. So I think the Arunachal government and the central government have to take cognizance of the problem that being faced by the innocent common masses of the eastern Arunachal region. That's called Tirap, Longding, Changlang region. The unabated kidnapping and demanding ransom by different groups. And this time we are seeing that NSCN KYA, another group, has been engaging all this kidnapping and extortion. So I think there have to be a point where all these things have to be stopped.
Absolutely. What do you think is the main issue here? Of course, we have several factors. First is the porous border, the location of the districts, and the interstate borders probably it shares. Is it a combination of all these factors that is also making the job of the government or the police and the forces difficult?
इसमें देखिए मैं तो हिंदी में भी बोल देता हूँ
जी बिल्कुल
I'll mix up my conversation.
बिल्कुल
इसमें देखिए ये जो इंसर्जेंसी का जो प्रॉब्लम है ये 3 दशक से है और इसका बहुत सा ये है डायनेमिक्स है इसमें जो अभी हम लोगों ने आज देखा है जो वांगचो काउंसिल है जो वहाँ का जो कम्युनिटी बेस्ड ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस का सबसे जो बड़ा जो सीबीओ है और जो दबदबा रखता है उन लोगों का जो डिमांड है स्टेट गवर्नमेंट को और सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट को उन्होंने एक मेमोरेंडम के तौर पे हिज एक्सेलेंसी गवर्नर को दिया है तो उसमें जो फॉरेस्ट बॉर्डर का जो इशू है म्यांमार के साथ में जो ये एरिया जो सता हुआ है और बिकॉज वी हैव टू सी दैट जो भी वहाँ जो प्रॉब्लम्स है जो मिलिटेंसी का हो जो इंसर्जेंसी का इट्स होम ग्राउंड ये एक बाई प्रोडक्ट है ये बाहर से आके हो रहा है तो इसमें बहुत सा जैसे आगे बोला हो डायनेमिक्स देयर आर सो मेनी dynamics and region because of the porous border also and because of the lack of so because of the unemployment problems also our youths are getting easy prey तो बहुत हम लोग देख रहा है कि फिर उसका कोई आसपास से कोई there's nothing negative is coming out from that और वहाँ लोगों का जो मिलिट्री पर्सन है आर्मी है या असम राइफल्स है या जो एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन है उसके ऊपर इस प्रकार का घटनाएं के कारण से जो ये है ये कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल वो कम होते जा रहा है तो फिर अल्टीमेट द होप वो है इट्स द स्टेट गवर्नमेंट एंड द सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट दे आर द एडमिनिस्ट्रेशंस who have to check and balance all these things so that the common masses the common people of TLC region does not get intimidated does not get coached, and live in an atmosphere of freedom.
Absolutely. If I can go back to Mr. Tapirgao. Mr. Tapirgao, again, of late, what is being noticed or what sources are saying is that people are being abducted and being allegedly taken to neighboring Nagaland in the Mon district, which has become, quote-unquote, a safe haven of sorts for the abductors and a lot of victims are being kept hostage. This is what sources are saying. So, is there a scope of any coordination between the two governments of Arunachal and Nagaland on that front to ensure that Mon does not shelter, in case that is the case, which sources are saying Mon does not shelter those carrying out such illegal activities?
So, this is not question between government and Arunachal government. It is it's an issue which the government of India need to look into it. So the matter is government of India, and they're getting inter-state discussions also for peace and tranquility maintaining in these two states, including Assam also. So it is a subject that government of India has taken up very seriously.
Also, Mr. Tapirgao, the porous border is another issue, and the fencing. These are things which need utmost need to be addressed at the earliest. Any progress on that front?
So this point has been also discussed with Honorable Union Home Minister at Namsai, where our Army, ITBP, Assam Rifle, or police personnel, they were present. The matter has been discussed, and there should be a conclusion for cross-border activities and drug trafficking, and even lot of extortions are from cross-border also. It is well taken.
Absolutely. Mr. Sompa Wangsa, Chairman, Wancho Council, what is your appeal to the government of Arunachal Pradesh and the government of India? What is your appeal?
Yes, we have submitted the memorandum today to Deputy Commissioner Longding to demand seal the border which fall between India and Burma along with this Wancho area, that we demanded there should be a fencing, seal, and there should be a proper gateway, and there should be a security for the safety of the Longding district.
Somnai Wangpan, what do you have to say? Any particular appeal that you have that you want to make to Chief Minister Pema Khandu, to the government of Arunachal Pradesh?
In fact, today we have submitted one presentation to the government, addressed to the governor. The copy also served to the Honorable Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh, Governor, this Deputy CM, Member of Parliament East, Member of Parliament West, Member of Parliament Rajya Sabha, and Home Minister, Government of Arunachal Pradesh, to address the problems that the international border bordering India and Myanmar should be sealed, because this is the gateway of the NSCN KYA to sneak into the Indian territory and harassing the people of Wancho. It is our appeal. And beside this, we have add one another charter demand, that is Government of India and Government of Arunachal Pradesh should make policy to rehabilitate the cadres who are willing to come in the mainstream to lead a normal life. This is our appeal.
Absolutely. Tobamdai, do you think somewhere down the line the government of Arunachal Pradesh has over the years not been able to address the security concerns of the TCL region? Can we admit that?
Yeah, absolutely. We are of the same opinion. What the questions you have asked, because it's been almost 3 decades that the insurgency problem has been happening in this TCL region. But till today, there was when the BJP government came in 2014, there was a certain lull. There was the activities have gone down, but suddenly in this last 1 month, we are seeing that a certain NSCN KYA faction has started rigorously kidnapping people, demanding ransom, and all these things. But the abnormal thing is that till today, the state government, even the Home Department, has not issued a single statement on the whole of the things that is going in TCL region. So we feel that the state government has to be a proactive government, should not be a reactive government, should be a proactive government, should look into the concern of the people of the TCL region also, because I'll quote a poem by Rabindranath Tagore. He has said that where the mind is without fear and the head is held high. So there's a kind of an atmosphere, a peer psychosis in the world of the TCL region for so many years. And it's time that the state government and the central government have to come up and to rescue our people so that they live in an atmosphere of freedom and tranquility.
Absolutely. Mr. Tapirgao, as an MP from the state, as a senior leader from the state, what assurance would you like to give to the people of the districts of Tirap, Changlang and Longding?
So we are in touch with the TCL regions, and I am very serious on this matter. And whenever and wherever I get the platform, I always discuss even in Parliament and outside the Parliament also with the concerned ministers also. So I'm really concerned, and I really feel sympathy for those who became victims of these extortions. So it is my humble submission and request to all undergrounds, those who are active in TCL area. They are having ceasefire in Nagaland, and they are demanding ceasefire in other part of the states. So they should maintain peace, and they should not harass the common people, so that the good solutions should come up in future. In this way, there cannot be any solutions where people are being victimized and extortions are rampantly doing in every village. So I am really concerned, and this matter is highlighted by me and by the state government to the center, and the center has taken serious note on it.
Absolutely. Let's hope this can be resolved. Mr. Sompa Wangsa, Chairman, Wancho Council. Mr. Wangsa, well, many cadres from the NSCN KYA against whom you staged a protest today, several of them are also from the Wancho community who have taken to the path of violence and picked up arms. What is your appeal to those youths?
Yes, there is some cadet from Wancho in NSCN KYA. I appeal them to come back in mainstream and live a normal life. And actually they have kidnapped no other than the Burma and no other tribe, but our Wancho carries kidnapping the Wancho people. And I appeal and I demand, I inform them to surrender and come in mainstream to live a normal life.
Mr. Somnai Wangpan, what is your message to the youths from the Wancho community who have taken the path of violence, who have picked up arms?
Yes. To send the message only, we have conducted the rally so that they should come in the mainstream by surrendering themselves to the mainstream. And we will be appealing them and requesting them to come in the mainstream to lead a normal life. Because most of the innocent cadres of this faction, NSCN KYA, those persons who were involved in the kidnapping of the Wancho society. So, we appeal them to shun violence and come in the mainstream. It is our appeal.
Absolutely. There is a surrender policy also put forward by the government. Tobamdai, last remarks. What is your appeal to the youths as a student leader? Any message for them?
You see, what I have told earlier, the genesis of the problem is mainly because the underdevelopment of the TLC region. So I think I'll appeal to the youths also who have gone to the off track, that they should shun violence, they should come back, they should live a healthy life, they should join the mainstream. And at the same time, I feel the state government and the union government also that avenues, employment avenues to be provided, and also what the Wangchuck Council has submitted to the state government, they have to think over it and seriously over the rehabilitation policy, so that the cadres, but I know that most of the cadres are not from Arunachal, but because of the unemployment, some of our youths have gone over. When they return, a rehabilitation policy, as Wangchuck Council has said, should be looked into.
Absolutely. Let's hope things get normal. Let's hope peace prevails. But definitely, the security forces are carrying out relentless operations against the underground outfits, and locals, the local residents have decided they will not tolerate any more of the illegal taxation and the abductions. They have definitely raised their voice. It's for the state, for the forces, for the state to now protect the people. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, Mr. Tapirgao, Mr. Tobomdai, and of course, the gentleman from the Wangchuck community who joined us all the way from Longding.